The Second World War began with thunder in the east. On September 1, 1939, Nazi Germany unleashed its Blitzkrieg on Poland, setting Europe ablaze once again. As Winston Churchill observed, this was no ordinary conflict, but a crime without a name, the culmination of years of appeasement and willful blindness to the growing Nazi threat. When Churchill assumed the role of Prime Minister in May 1940, Britain stood virtually alone. France had fallen. Continental Europe lay under Hitler's boot. The miracle of Dunkirk had saved the British Army, but the island nation faced its darkest hour. It was then that Churchill delivered words that would echo through history. "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall never surrender." The Battle of Britain unfolded in the skies above England, where the RAF's outnumbered pilots fought with such valor that Churchill immortalized them with the phrase, "Never was so much owed by so many to so few." Britain's survival during these desperate months represented the first crucial check to Hitler's ambitions. December 7, 1941, marked a pivotal turning point. Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor brought America into the war, transforming the conflict into a truly global struggle. Churchill later wrote, "No American will think it wrong of me if I proclaim that to have the United States at our side was to me the greatest joy." The war's course changed dramatically at Stalingrad, where Soviet forces broke the myth of German invincibility. In North Africa, Montgomery's victory at El Alamein prompted Churchill to declare, "This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end. But it is, perhaps, the end of the beginning." Throughout the war, Churchill maintained an uneasy alliance with Stalin, recognizing the Soviet Union's critical role in defeating Hitler, while harboring deep misgivings about communism's expansion. His partnership with Roosevelt proved more natural, though not without its tensions. D-Day, June 6, 1944, saw the greatest amphibious invasion in history as Allied forces returned to France. Churchill, who had long advocated for this second front, watched with trepidation and hope as the liberation of Europe began in earnest. As Nazi Germany finally collapsed in May 1945, celebrations were tempered by the shocking revelations of the Holocaust, the systematic murder of 6 million Jews and millions of others. Churchill, who had warned of Nazi atrocities since the 1930s, was vindicated in the most tragic way imaginable. Victory over Japan came in August 1945, after the devastating atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The war that had claimed over 50 million lives was finally over, but Churchill already sensed new dangers on the horizon. An iron curtain was descending across Europe, dividing east from west. Churchill's 6-volume history of this conflict reminds us that the Second World War wasn't merely a military struggle, but a moral and ideological one, a battle for civilization itself. In the shadow of humanity's greatest conflict, we continue to wrestle with its lessons about vigilance, courage, and the fragility of peace.